Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Machakodash. Peace and double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that give us his truth and all his purity. And salutations to all you Akim pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth and sincerity and the truth. I'm the brother Yahweh Sap, and this lesson be going into the topic of the famine of the word. Right now, we're living in a time where the so-called white man, is getting ready to restrict, the internet. He's getting ready to restrict the access to it. And, the main ones that's going to get affected is, the prophets, the men that's exposing, this kingdom, the agenda of the so-called white man, the elites, the powers that be, not only us, but also, these other truthers, that's exposing the so-called white man. The scriptures talk about the so-called white man exposing themselves in the book of Psalms. I believe the 62nd chapter. It says, so shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. So, you have the prophets and you have those other, independent media groups out here that's exposing the elites and their agendas. And, they don't like that. So right now, they doing everything in their power to take away so-called free speech. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So I have this article here from the People's Voice.tv, and it reads, FCC boss blows the whistle. Biden planning massive purge on independent media. So the independent media is speaking about what? The different so-called truthers, those different Edomites that, expose the government and the powers that be. They expose their different agendas that they have prepared, for Americans. So the Biden administration, they're planning to purge those medias, and us brothers, we get a lot of our information from those independent medias, such as this site right here that I'm reading. That's considered independent media. We get our information from, different sources, mainly Edomite sources, that's exposing their governments, for being tyrannical, exposing the different agendas that they have, which their main agenda, is to purge the internet and have, the world believe, whatever narrative that they're pushing out there, man. If you're going against the grain, you're going against the narrative, pretty soon, you're not only going to get purged off the internet, but you're also going to get arrested for it, man. So I'm not going to go too deep into these different articles, but, y'all could go ahead and look them up. But it says the Biden regime has quietly and deceitfully signed an executive order granting them control over the internet and giving themselves the power to regulate it in the name of equity. So in the name of equity, you see? So it's all about, the so-called minority. They always use Jake as a means, as a stepping stone, to justify their different agendas that they have, you see? So, in the name of equity, what does controlling the internet have to do with equity, man? What that got to do with anything? But it just shows you, like the scriptures say in the book of Revelation, that this kingdom, would have two horns like a lamb, but speak as a dragon. So they act like they're for you. They have those political parties, the Republicans and the Democrats. You got different people taking sides, with these different political parties. But at the end of the day, they're fulfilling the same agenda. You got these Edomites that, believe in Trump. They praise Trump, But guess what? Trump, he's on the payroll too. He's fulfilling the agenda of the elites, man. So even if, 2024, he comes into office, he's going to do the same thing that Biden is doing, which is what? completing the agenda that the elites have, man. So in the name of equity. Now, let me read this real quick. It says, following increase in hate and bias incidents, Governor Hochul deploys additional staff to Joint Terrorism Task Force. So the New York governor, she deployed terrorism task force. So pretty much they plan on taking off the Israelites off the internet. Not only us, like I said, but also all these different independent medias. But really the main ones, that they have on their hit list, their targets is really the Israelites, because the Israelites, is the ones that's exposing them for being the Edomites, for being the devil that the Bible speaks of, and we pretty much are letting them know their judgment. So this is why they're mad. This is why all these legislations is getting passed. So this right here is really going into so-called, matter of fact, I'm gonna read it. It says Governor Hochul invests $2.5 million to deploy additional state police investigators in NYC, Albany, Buffalo, and Rochester. After Hamas terror attacks, Governor Hochul has focused on protecting at-risk communities and condemning all forms of anti-Sem and Islamophobia. So, like the scriptures say, never trust your enemy. So even though they're gonna come humble, they come, act like they're your friend, they act like they're for all peoples, but they have a main agenda, that they don't reveal, to the public. So they act like, Islamophobia is on the rise, Palestinians is getting attacked, but really the main thing that they focus on is anti-Sem, which is anybody criticizing the JH people. You see? And they had this quote. Let me find it. This is from Voltaire. It says, to learn who rules over you, simply find out who you are not allowed to criticize. So who are we not allowed to criticize? The JH people. Because anytime you say anything about them, your videos get taken down for misinformation, for hate speech and all that BS, even if you're not saying anything that's hateful. So the governor, you see that, she's passing all these legislations to come up against anybody that's spreading disinformation, mainly focusing on anti-Sem. Why? Because the JH people, they're the ones that control America. They're the ones that control America and the rest of the world. So they're the ones that rule the world. And who are the JH people? They are Edomites, according to history, according to prophecy, man. Their own JH encyclopedia, I believe from 1925, page 41, says Edom is modern Jewry. The people that call themselves the JH, the chosen people of the Lord, they're Edomites. They're nothing but so-called white people that converted to Judaism, you see? So, we can't criticize them, and they're passing all these laws and legislation because they're the ones that's in power, man. Because right now we're living into a time where, you have the righteous fighting against the wicked, man. The light versus the darkness. The righteous and the light, is the Israelites. And in the left hand, and the darkness is the so-called white man, the so-called white race, which are the biblical Edomites. So we're at odds now. You have the elites amongst them, those bankers, those different families, the Illuminati, the Council of 300, the Bilderberg group, all these different, groups. They pretty much represent the left hand, the elites of Satan, and us Israelites, we represent, the right hand, the elites of Yahweh Shema Shah, the Most High and His Son. So, we're at odds. So therefore, they're gonna use what's in their arsenal to come up against us. And their arsenal is what? Deceit, lies, witchcraft. You see? And this is what they're doing right now, passing all these legislations, man. Because that's part of their sword. You see? That's part of their blessing, to deceive the whole entire planet Earth. So they're going to deceive the world into thinking that we're some terrorists, and that we're radicals. And they're going to be justified in making a move against us. Because that's really what they want to do, man. To wipe us off the map, Take the Israelites out of existence, man. So right here you have Nikki Haley. She said, Nikki Haley calls for name verification in social media profiles. This is a national security threat. So they want name verifications, which, eventually is going to lead to the MOTB, which is the CBDC implant, the microchip. That's pretty much what they want. That's the end goal. You see? Total control. Like this dude, what's his name? Aaron Russo said to Alex Jones, man. Total control, that's the end goal. So they want you to have this C-hip up in you, this implant, so that they could so-called verify who you are, which, that'll give them total control over your life. Whatever you buy, whatever you sell, whatever location you at, all of that is going to be tracked. And you're going to have a digital footprint, a digital profile where they're going to be able to tell whatever the fuck you're doing. Because the so-called white man, the powers that be, they have a God complex. They think that they're above the Most High. So therefore, they're going to, try to have control over your life as, your Lord. You see? The scriptures talk about how the Most High, he's omnipotent, he's omnipotent, omnipresent, all powerful, everywhere at all times, all knowing. You see? The scriptures say that the eyes of the Lord is in every place, beholding the evil and the good. So the Most High is literally everywhere, man. The Spirit of the Lord fills the world. So he knows everything that's going on, in the planet Earth and abroad. And the whole universe, man. The Most High is the one that's in control. So Esau, he's trying to have the same power, man, because he has that God complex. The scriptures tell you that, they would, how does it go? 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. It says how they exalt themselves above the Most High, so that they sit as the Most High, showing themselves that they're the Most High, showing themselves that they're God. You see? So they think that they're better than the Most High. They want to sit in the Most High seat. So this is why they have, all these CCTVs. This is why they have AI. This is why they're passing these legislations, because they want total dominion over everything that you're doing, man. So, it says, Republican presidential candidate and former South Carolina governor Nikki Haley on Tuesday called for name verification on all social media profiles, saying anonymous accounts and bots spreading misinformation are a national security threat. When I get into office, the first thing we have to do, social media companies, they have to show America their algorithms. Let us see why they're pushing what they're pushing, Haley said in the interview with Fox News Tuesday. So they want, control over the algorithm, which, the FCC, as I read, what Biden is planning on doing is pretty much taking control over the internet. The FCC is going to have control over all AI, have control over the algorithm, have control over your social security, your credit score and things of that nature, man. This is what they just passed as of Wednesday, because we're Friday today. But, as of the 15th, these are the laws that they passed for the FCC, man. First time ever in history where they passed such a law. You see, that's going to give the government total control, over, your online access, man. So right here, we have this article from Fox News. It says, solar superstorm could wipe out the internet for weeks and months, scientists say. So, they're expecting for the internet, to get wiped out for weeks and months, man, which is going to tie into their agenda, of kicking people off the internet, wiping it out, as far as wiping off the bad information, the so-called bad information, what they consider bad, misinformation in independent media, anything that's exposed to them, they're going to wipe them out. And once they come back online, they're going to say, listen, you need verification to get back online. We need to verify who you are. We got to make sure that you're not a domestic terrorist, man. So, the stage is set, for these devils to shut the internet down, man. But now let's show you that, it's biblical prophecy, because, ultimately the reason why they're doing all of this is because the word of the Most High, through the prophets is eating away at them, man. They're hurt. You see? So this is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that I will send a famine in the land. Not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. So the Most High is going to send a famine of hearing his words. You see? Because his word is all over the internet right now. The scriptures prophesy of the internet in Psalms, the 19th chapter. It talks about the heavens declaring the glory of the Most High. And it talks about the unicorn day unto day, utter of speech and night unto night, utter of knowledge. So the internet is the main avenue that we use to wake up our people. Majority of Israelites, in all these different camps, not just Great Millstone, IUIC, ICPK, and so on and so forth, they woke up through the internet, man. It shows you how important it is, to wake our people up, because we don't have to travel to the different lands, that our people reside at, man. They could just watch the videos and get taught from the videos, man. You see? So, the Lord is going to send a famine of his word, where these legislations is going to cut off different, videos, different websites that go against the narrative that they're pushing, man. The Google executive, just came out and said that pretty much they purged, was it YouTube or Google? I think it was YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. But pretty much they said they purged about 90 or 99%, of their platform, of misinformation. I think it was YouTube, you see? So anything that goes against the narrative is considered misinformation, man. So the Lord is going to send a famine of his words, where people that took it for granted, that walked by the prophets, that seen the different lessons that the prophets have done, they ain't think, nothing of it, they took it light. Well, guess what? The Most High is going to send a famine of his word. Verse 12, it says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power, and they shall not find it. So the same people, they're going to try to seek the word of the Lord, man. They're going to go, all over the place looking for a prophet, whether they knew, somebody that was in the camp, or didn't know, man. They're going to try to find out where they at. You see? So they're going to wander from sea to sea, man. All over the earth, people are going to be looking for the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. But they ain't going to find them, because the Lord is going to cause us, to stop speaking, man. In fact, this is Ezekiel 3:26, and I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, and that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. So the Most High eventually is going to cause us to be dumb, to not be able to speak, to not speak these prophecies, man. You see? So that we don't be a reprover to Jake, man. Because Jake, eventually they're going to start selling us out, man. They're going to have all these different briberies, awards, rewards, for selling out people that believe in so-called conspiracies, man. You see? So eventually it's going to be dangerous to even speak his truth, man. So we're gonna be dumb. We're not gonna go out on the highways anymore and tell you, Jakes, that we're the Israelites. You see? Because it's gonna be detrimental, man. You know, you're gonna have a lot of Jakes that, you know, brothers new in the world, you know, reach out to brothers, you know, try to get the truth, man. Hey, I remember you was talking about the Israelite stuff and all of that, man. It was going on, man. How you doing? You know, how's your family and all that? You know, trying to get in brothers' good graces so that brothers can teach them the word. But hey, man, it's gonna be too late by that time, you know, because the time for you to get it is right now. The doors of mercy, the doors of repentance is open now. This is why the Lord said, what? Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, and call upon him while he is near. You know, the Lord is near right now, but soon the Lord is going to be afar off. You see? And man's is going to be hurt, man. You know? Once they pray to God and Jesus Christ, Most High Christ bless, you know? And they find out that they had it wrong the whole time, it's going to be too late, man. 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. So back during the time of the Greeks, you know, it was detrimental to even, you know, declare who you are as an Israelite. You see? You pretty much had a target on your back. So, you know, it was unlawful for a man to become a Jew, to be a Jew. You see? So pretty soon it's going to be unlawful for you to declare yourself as an Israelite. You see? You believe the Bible, you a terrorist. You believe you the chosen people of the Most High, you a terrorist, man. This is where all of this is going to lead to, man. So now let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 5. I'm going to start at 1. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come, that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number. Yeah, so the people of the earth are going to be taken in a great number because we're coming into a time of massive death. World War III, the third woe, you know, where it's going to be massive worldwide famines as prophesied in the scriptures. You know, that's going to kill a lot of people. You know, you're going to have wars happening all over the earth. You know, world wars, wars in the Middle East, wars in Eastern Europe, wars in American soil. You see, it's going to cause billions of people to drop dead, man. So the people of the earth going to be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. So the way of truth is going to be hidden, man. You see, you know, it was hidden, you know, for the past centuries, you know, before the apostles, you know, the prophets, the elders came on the scene. But guess what? They being revealed right now. But, you know, it's affecting this devil so much to where they're going to have to shut down the truth, man. You see? They're trying to hide it, man. You know, fucking up the algorithm. You know, different brothers be having, you know, different, you know, amount of views. And then they come back to their lessons and, you know, the views are gone. The elder in North Carolina, he posted a screenshot of his video getting 27,000 likes, you know, and then he went back to it and the likes is down to a few dozen, man. You know, so what the fuck is going on, man? It just shows you that they're fucking with the algorithm. You know, however many brothers, you know, watch different camps, you know, however many views different camps get, you know, don't be surprised if you're getting really as 10 times as many views, man. But Esau does that to try to discourage brothers, you know, because you got a lot of Jakes, you know, that, you know, harp upon the views. Example, Wi-Fi. You know, they think that we're jealous of them when we rebuke them because we don't get as many views. But guess what? We don't care about views, man. We care about the truth. You know, me myself, I don't get that many views. You know, I've had, man, over 10 channels getting taken down. You know, whatever amount of subscribers I got now on this channel, what is it, 10, 15? Man, I don't care, man. I don't care if my videos don't get no views, man. I get certain videos, I get 0 views. But guess what? The Most High's watching. The scriptures say what? Prophesy to the wind. You see? So, you know, we not in this for the views and accolades. You know, we're in this for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, for our salvation. So we don't care if we don't get that many views, man. So says, verse 2, it says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. Yeah, so that's why Yahweh Shah said in Matthew the 24th chapter, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You see? So, because sin is abounding in the society, you know, the love of many is going to wax cold. And that's a testament of, you know, their wickedness, man. The Most High turning this place upside down against itself. You see? So, matter of fact, this is Sirach chapter 40, verse 9. It says, death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. So the flood came, you know, because of the wicked. So right now, we living in the time of the flood again. Matthew 24, where it says, Yahweh Shah said what? How does it go? As in the days of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. You know, before the flood, they were eating, drinking, and marrying, and giving in marriage until the flood came. You know, and that's when they wanted to listen to Noah. So right now, we're in the stead of Noah. You know, we're prophesying, you know, Jake is mocking, Jake has been mocking, and Jake is going to keep mocking, man. You know, until the flood comes, until they start seeing the prophecies really take hold of the earth. And eventually the main prophecy, which is, you know, the nuclear destruction, once they start seeing the missiles come down, that's when Jake is going to get, want to be woke, but it's going to be too late, man. So these things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. So now, let's go back. The second Ezra chapter 5, verse 3, it says, in the land that thou seest now to have root, shall thou see wasted suddenly. So the land that we see now have root, you know, speaking about America, man. Well, guess what? We're going to see it wasted suddenly. You see? Just like the prophecies say. You know, Isaiah 13, Isaiah 34, Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51. You know, Revelation 18th chapter speaks about the destruction of this kingdom, man. You know, which is known as Babylon the Great. You see? So, we're going to see it wasted suddenly, because the scriptures say what? That this space is going to get taken out in 1 hour. When the missiles come down, the ICBMs. It says, and blood shall drop out of wood, and the stone shall give his voice, and the people shall be troubled. And even he shall rule whom they look not for that dwell upon the earth, and the fowls shall take their flight away together. So people are not expecting Yahweh Shah to rule. That's why Yahweh Shah said, those my enemies which were not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me, man. So, you know, he shall rule that whom they look not for that dwell upon the earth, and the fowls shall take away their flight together. So after the missiles come down, Yahweh Shah is going to rule the planet earth, man. And people are not expecting him to come back. You know, they make fun of the Bible, man. You know, oh, you believe in a sky daddy? Oh, they've been saying the end was going to come. So they're not expecting the Lord to rule. But when he does, people are going to put respect on his name. Verse 7, it says, in the side of Midish sea shall cast out fish, and make a noise in the night, which many have not known, and they shall all hear the voice thereof. There shall be a confusion also in many places. Yeah, confusion, man. All over the earth is going to be confusion. People ain't going to know what to do. That's how the scriptures talk about perplexity that's going to come. Lack of resources. You see? So there's going to be confusion, because people are not expecting World War III. People are not expecting global famines. They're not expecting these prophecies, man. So they're going to be confused. That's how the scriptures say what? The day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. So it says, and there shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again. Yeah, so it's going to be wildfires. It's going to be bombs getting dropped. You know, it's going to be, you know, riots, you know, where people are burning buildings down. So it's going to be a normal thing to see fires all over the place, man. So it says, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. So, hey, man, wild beasts shall change their places. We seen a prelude of that during 2020, 2021, when they shut down the cities, how animals was moving back in. Well, guess what? It's about to get some I Am Legend type shit, man. Where it's going to be so many people that die, it's going to be rare to see somebody that remain alive, man. It's going to be a rare thing. So guess what? People are going to lose their minds, man. Once their friends and family dies, and they're one of the few people that remain in the city, they're going to lose their minds, man. You see? So it says, verse 9, and salt waters shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another, man. So salt waters is going to be found in the sweet. The salt waters, represents, the different doctrines, man. Waters represents doctrine. So, the sweet waters now is what? Their prosperity doctrine these churches be teaching. You're going to get that house, you're going to get that car that you want, and so on and so forth. Guess what? It's going to be salty. And what does salt does? Salt, dehydrates your body, man. If you're thirsty and you drink salt water, you drink seawater, guess what? You're going to die because it's going to dehydrate you even more. You see? So these people, they're going to look to these different pastors and preachers, and they're going to only keep feeding them more bullshit, man. And then also on a physical level, hey, the Most High, He could do that, man, to where you have, potable water where the Lord just turned that into salt water, man, just start killing people, man. Contaminating the water, man. And we've seen over the past year or two, different bodies of waters have been polluted with chemical spills and things of that nature. You see? So it says, and all friends shall destroy one another. So this is why Yahushua said, the love of many shall wax cold. Friends is going to destroy one another, man. People that's cool with each other. They look at each other like they're brothers. They look at each other like they're sisters. They look at each other like family members. Guess what? They're going to turn on each other, man. You see? It says, then shall wit, which wit is wisdom, then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into a secret chamber. So at that time, wisdom is going to hide itself, man. That's why the scriptures talk about in Psalm 91, those that dwell in the secret place of the Most High is going to abide under the shadow of the Almighty. You see? Because it's a secret. This truth is not made manifest to many, man. It's going to be a mystery in that time, man, to know about this truth, man. Which is why the scriptures say what? A man of the Lord is going to be more precious than fine gold. Why? Because, they're rare because of, what they know. You see? It says, verse 10, it says, and shall be sought of many and yet not be found, which ties into Amos 8 and 11. A lot of people are going to try to seek the truth. They're going to go online, type in GMS, and there's going to be no results for your search. You're going to go to Google, whatever search engine you type, GMS in or the brother's different pages is going to be unavailable, man. You see? So that's going to be the famine of the word. And shall be sought of many and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon the earth. So once that takes place, man, people are going to lose their humanity, man. Because they're not going to know what the fuck to do, man. They ain't going to have no guide. They don't know what's coming next. The future's going to be very, very dark for them. So they're going to resort to committing crimes, man. To try to live for the now. To try to survive another day. The scriptures talk about men murdering their families. Yahushua said, I come not to bring peace but division. To set a man at variance against his father, the daughter against the mother-in-law, and so on and so forth. You see? So it's going to be a very, gloomy time, man. But that's pretty much it on this lesson. I hope you are edified. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yashai, Ba'ashem Machakodash. Peace and double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS that give us his truth and all the spirituality. And salutations to all you accomplishing this word throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and the truth. Shalom.